Hello, everybody. Hello. I'll give everybody a second to come up on here. I'll wait till we have about 300 people in here, and then we'll say, oh, shit. We got to 400 real quick. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my brother Eric Kelly in the house. Ooh. I'm going to come by the gym pretty soon, champ. Oh, man. Okay, we got 500 people in here. Technique Tuesdays are back. Yeah, how did you know I was doing a show with Atmosphere? Before we start the evening tonight, I want to give a special rest in peace. This special rest in peace is to a person that really believed in me and supported me in my early career. This is a person that is a hip-hop legend, and people just look at them as a hip-hop legend. But this is a genuinely good person, and he was a great human being. His name is Jason Mizell, and his real name, y'all know him as Jam Master Jay from Run DMC. And I'm not going to lie and tell you that tears didn't come out of my eyes when I heard about him being murdered. For those of you who don't know, Jam Master Jay was one of the first people who bought Revolutionary Volume 1 from me in person. I opened up for Run DMC in Brooklyn at a gigantic warehouse for a end of the week event. And I was just rocking on stage, and I did a great job, and everybody loved me, and I was selling shit in the crowd, and all of a sudden somebody tapped me on the shoulder. And it was Jam Master Jay. You know, as a little kid, I loved Run DMC. I thought they were incredible. And I couldn't believe this legend was here. And he goes, yo, you're Immortal Technique, a young man. He's like, yo, great job. He said, please, man, stay independent. Do your thing. And he bought a CD, and I was astounded. I tried to give it to him for free. He refused. And today we found out that his godson and a longtime friend of his were actually found guilty of his murder. And that's heartbreaking. His godson and somebody he grew up with since he was a child was guilty of his murder. Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay. We love you. We miss you. We respect you. And we send condolences to your family. I know there were people that knew him much better than me. There were people that were much closer to him. But he didn't have to show me love for no reason. He was a good dude. So I just want to say rest in peace to Jam Master Jay. And warn people out there that it really do be your own people. Oh, somebody asked if I'm working on new music. Oh, 2 questions. First of all, what is this? And are you working on the middle passage again? And I said, yeah, I'm working on new music again. I was working with Hulu, and I was working, I'm not going to expose the other one, but I don't work with Hulu anymore. I wouldn't go back there for a king's ransom. So to answer your question, yeah, I'm starting to make music again. The people that are asking me about this is from Afghanistan, actually. I was a guest of the people in Nangarhar. For those of you who don't know, Nangarhar is a province of Afghanistan that is to the east that borders China. It's the holdout of what people call the Northern Alliance. And it was the place where Shah Massoud was. Now, for those people that, don't know who Shah Massoud was, he was one of the legendary figures that fought against the Russians in the jihad in Afghanistan. And he was murdered the day before 9/11. Hey man, you know, we don't work with conspiracy theories here. We just work with truth. If you want to learn about Afghanistan, you can learn about Shah Massoud. Shah Massoud was murdered so that, and get this one, so that Hamid Karzai could be installed by the CIA as the president or prime minister of Afghanistan, whichever one he was going to be. And every single person from Afghanistan knows that. Every single person that's watching this live right now who knows anything about Afghanistan or whose family is from there know 100% for sure if Shah Massoud was alive, there is no way that CIA agent Hamid Karzai could have ever been president. And you guys know it. I mean, I'm seeing the people, Iranians in the crowd too. You know him too. Right? There is no way that they could have installed, that Dick Cheney could have installed that man to be president. Someone said, how do you still look 33? I drink a lot of water, bro. Yeah, hold on. Let me rip the label off this water, because these motherfuckers ain't paying me. I drink a lot of water. While I was a guest there, I was taken in by the family of Shah Massoud. I went to the grave of Shah Massoud. I paid my respects to him, and I was protected by his family when I was in Afghanistan. And I just want to say that I'm very appreciative towards them because they took very good care of me. And everything in that country is about manners and respect. Everything about that country, I'm going to say it again, is about manners and respect. These are the people who stopped Alexander the Great. These are the same people in Afghanistan who defeated the British Empire 3 times. Think about that. The British Empire, y'all got y'all asses kicked at like the height when you had India locked down. But you failed in Afghanistan. Psh. Isn't that crazy? I always tell people Afghanistan is the place where empires go to die. And for someone who asked, how do they treat their women in Afghanistan? Well, you can look at how it was before the Russian invasion. They used to believe in something called Sufism. So there are 3 main schools of Islam. There is Sunni, Shia, and Sufi. And Sufi is more, I would say, not mystic, but much more, they believe in supernatural phenomenon sometimes. And they believe that what is the phrase that Christians use? That the Lord works in mysterious ways. So when I showed up there, they said to me, I sat down with an imam who happened to be Sufi. And dude was like, hey, why are you here? And I said, what do you mean? Like, that's a deep question. I said, why am I here? That's a very deep question. And we both laughed. He spoke French to me, so I could understand him. He couldn't speak Spanish or English, so I know some conversational French. He said, why are you here? And I said, you know, I'm an artist. I started this and that. And he said, no. He said, you're here because Allah sent you here. And I was confused. I was like, no, I got on a plane. I did this myself. I don't have anybody telling me what to do. And he goes, let me ask you something. He said, I read about you. He said, it said that you were born in a military hospital in South America. And I was like, yeah, damn. I was like, damn, these people know all about me. What was going on here? And he's like, yeah. And then you went to prison and you became a rapper. And then you decided to donate a percentage of all of your proceeds of your record to build an orphanage in Afghanistan. And then you went there yourself. And here you are. And I said, damn. And he said, and if you were not sent on this mission by Allah. And I just laughed and I drank my chai. And I said, man. Anyway, big shout out to the people of Afghanistan who gave me this. And whenever I went anywhere in Afghanistan or Nangarhar with this, nobody said nothing to me. Everybody treated me with love and respect. Man, I had some of the best kebab I've ever had in my motherfucking life. There is nothing equivalent to the kebab I had out there, to anything that I've ever remotely tasted here in the United States. I'm sorry. There's some great Afghan restaurants, I'm sure, but nothing has ever come close to that. All right, that's all I wanted to say. Let's get into it really quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Biden went on to the Tonight Show, and he said, you don't have to be Jewish to be a Zionist, and I'm a Zionist. And when he was asked about the Palestinian people and the people of Gaza that were suffering by Seth Meyers, he didn't say anything about them. He said that something about the hostages. He rambled on, and then he said, "Oh, I'm a Zionist." And this is just we'll see in a couple of weeks. Do you understand something, ladies and gentlemen? I said this yesterday, and I'm going to repeat it today because it's important for you to hear. The definition of a liberal is a person who supports every struggle for freedom except the one that's going on right now. These are the same people that co-opted the Black Lives Matter movement and reduced it to a bunch of murals, right? And money laundering, rather than actually having some impact on the legal apparatus upon which the police operate. People never asked for fucking murals. They wanted police to stop killing them. They wanted due process. That's better. And I know that it's difficult for some people to see, but Biden is a more deceptive evil. I think Trump is more racist than him, to be honest. But I also think that the two of them are the quintessential choice that we've always had between bad and disgusting. One other thing I want to bring up, and I talked about this yesterday. A civil war in this country would hand the globe over to Russia and China, right? Let's keep it a buck, because there are idiots online that are calling for a civil war in this country. And if there was a civil war, let me explain to you how that civil war would go. When the men are all dead, then the women will start fighting. And when the women are all dead, then the children will start fighting. And in the end, the Civil War of the United States will be children killing other children. This is the glory that conservatives dream of. Why? I don't know. Because MAGA convinces them that that's the choice that they have, to save the country, kill liberals. Listen, I don't know what to say to Vanilla ISIS or Al Qaeda when they start talking like that. I just laugh at these people because I think they're ridiculous, but their ideas are dangerous in the sense that you're talking about the destabilization of not just the region, but the hemisphere. If America had had a civil war, you know what that would mean for Latin America? Like Puerto Rico would declare independence. Why would it need to be a territory anymore? Whatever civil bullshit, civil authority that they have there would have to be pulled back to the United States to defend Florida. So the Puerto Ricans would say, well, we don't have to listen to this bullshit, garbage, nonsense from you. And they would declare independence. There would be plenty of countries that said, hey, we owe the United States money. We're not paying you nothing. Fuck you. Do you understand? Don't you get the long game? Taiwan, they're unprotected now. Oh, well, there they go. Part of China, right? You people that love the Ukraine, what happens if America has a civil war? The whole Ukraine go to Russia. Not just Crimea and them 2 provinces that are going to happen now, but the whole fucking thing goes there. Oh, man. Okay. Somebody asked me something else. And I listen, dude, I don't duck these questions. I've answered everything that you guys have asked me. Someone said, is Armageddon the rapture? Thank you for asking that question. This is an incredibly important question. Armageddon is tied to the rapture, but it depends on what religion you're speaking of. See, here's something interesting that I didn't know as a Christian growing up, right? I was raised as a Christian. I believed in the message of Jesus Christ, and I'll keep it real with you guys now. And I believe this with all my heart for the people that are listening. And I believe this deep in my soul. If we all lived by the teachings of Jesus Christ, I believe that this world would be a better place. I genuinely believe that. But here's the problem. I wasn't told when I was a little kid in my religion that Jesus had such an impact on other people's religions. Like in Islam, Jesus was going to be crucified, and so God said that he would never allow his prophet to be killed in that way. So he replaced him with Judas Iscariot, the man that betrayed Christ. And at the end, when God returns to destroy the devil, you know that it's the prophet Isa, not the prophet Muhammad, that he sends to do so. Like the Muslims in the comments know what I'm saying is true. It's the prophet Muhammad is with God now. To destroy the Antichrist and destroy the devil, it's the Mahdi and Isa, the prophet Isa. What I think it's interesting, man. And it's incredible that so many people are ignorant to that. How much Muslims revere Jesus Christ. Now, someone said it's all fake. It could be, right? Let's touch on that. What's the difference between religion and science? Well, religion requires you to believe in it for it to be true, right? Science doesn't care. You don't believe in gravity? I don't care. I don't care. You don't believe in gravity? Throw yourself off a fucking roof. Don't do that. Science doesn't care whether you believe in it or not. Religion only affects you if you believe in it, according to Pascal's wager. So, what is the difference on the other end? Science tells us the where, when, what, how, but it doesn't give us morals. Science doesn't tell us, hey, we should or shouldn't do that. There's no principle in science that said, hey, we should never build an atomic weapon because once it's built, all we're going to do is kill people with it. It has no other significant usage. Right? That's what religion is for, to teach morals. Now, unfortunately, some of these morals are skewed. Because when it says thou shalt not kill, some people translate it as thou shalt not murder. And murder is different than killing. Speaking of God, today, a man by the name of Cardinal Ratzinger, who was named Pope Benedict, died. And I wrote on Instagram, and somebody tried to criticize me. I said, if he's in heaven, then so is everyone. For those people who don't know, this Pope Benedict, aka Cardinal Ratzinger, was responsible for covering up the majority of the sexual assaults and the rapes that took place within the confines of the Catholic Church, and then was the same person that took these priests and made sure that they never saw a day in court and were moved from one place to another. And in this process, each of these priests sexually abused dozens of little boys and girls. Cardinal Ratzinger. In about a second, we're going to get into these airdrops that came in from Jordan, and we'll wrap up this segment discussing Palestine. 1 minute. I don't know if you saw it, but on the news, there were a series of airdrops that came by plane that landed in Gaza, but about half of them landed in the sea, and many of them were destroyed and confiscated by Israel. Can you imagine that? They were destroying food and medicine. Oh, good God. They were destroying food and medicine. But about half of those food drops actually made it to the Palestinian people in Gaza. And they're continuously getting more and more food again and again from those airdrops. The big criticism that people have is the actual state of Jordan. When the siege of Gaza began, and this is true, I'm not trying to insult the people of Jordan, if they're Jordanians watching, but the tanks were not pointed towards Israel. The tanks in Jordan and the military was pointed inward towards Jordan, so that the people of Palestine, because there's about, 40% of the Jordanian population are Palestinians that have been displaced? Yeah, those people had the tanks pointed at them so that they wouldn't join in the fight to defend Gaza, because thousands of people volunteered to go. Ridla said 40% Palestinians. Yeah, the area that's right there, that area of Jordan, excuse me, the name of the province escapes me right now. That province next to Palestine and Israel right there, that province is about 40% Palestinian refugees. I don't know what percentage all of Jordan is of that, but I'm talking about that region. That's the number that I saw today. It could be wrong, it could be up or lower, but that's what the news media released, and I apologize if someone can point me to a better statistic. How many countries in the Middle East are in the pockets of the U.S.? That's a more difficult question to answer, but I'm going to try my best. So essentially what happened is there was an agreement called Sykes-Picot, right? I'm going to write it down for you guys so you get it. Hold on. Sykes-Picot. Sykes-Picot. Sykes-Picot was the name, right? Now, Sykes-Picot was an agreement during World War I to divide the Ottoman Empire, right? Now, Transjordan, what is known as Palestine, Israel and Jordan, Egypt, and Saudi and all these other areas that used to be under Britain's control now fell under the control of the United States after World War II. But during World War I, those possessions belonged to Britain. And as a matter of fact, Iraq and Kuwait did not exist as a country. That area was called Mesopotamia. Imagine that. Up until 1910, that area was called Mesopotamia, like it was called so many years ago, right? Like it was called it had the same name for 2,000 fucking years. And then the British came in because they helped to defeat the Ottoman Empire, who they called the sick man of Europe. They said, oh, this empire is just waiting to be ripped apart. And it happened during the advent of the colonial period. And so the countries that had experienced a much more advanced version of capitalism decided that they would implement colonialism after World War I on these places. So France took a slice too. France took what is now Lebanon and Syria, and then took parts of North Africa that the Turks had consistently been allied to or satellited with. Now, as for the Russians, they were promised the Caucasus Mountain area. And that's what they took. Right. And I think this is why a lot of people seem to have missed how the Middle East fell into America's hands. After World War II, Britain was decimated, right? And so it caused this kind of release of their colonial possessions, so to speak. Someone wrote, Russia took the... No, Indrid Cold. What are you doing, bro? Listen, you fucking invisible man. What's wrong with you? No. Russia took the Caucasus. The Caucasus. Right? Like everything. Azerbaijan, Armenia, up to Georgia. All that. That was Russia's. The USSR. Don't you remember, motherfucker? Thank you. Anyway. It's always weird to argue with someone who has the AV of an invisible man. Jesus Christ. Anyway. I got the drip. Russia, USA, and China, do they eat off the same plate now? They have an interesting system that functions to keep them in power and keep the people that are not them not in power. What do I think about voting? I think that voting is great locally, but I'm skeptical of what it looks like on a national level. Because I think at that point there are just so many interests. It's set up in many ways. Absolutely. Fresno loves you. I love Fresno. Middle Passage. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna have to release a song now. Other than politics, I've been training MMA. I used to love to train. It was one of my favorite things. My master used to tell me, he would say, Felipe, you have the ability to beat anyone in a fight. And I said, why? And he said, you got a gift to gab. You can talk yourself out of hell. And I never forgot he said that. And he goes, and that's the best fighting skill to have. Because to be honest, I've seen people die over misunderstandings. And that hit my heart. I said, wow. He said that power to be able to speak and communicate with people is incredibly important. Because too many people die over misunderstandings, over somebody not being able to de-escalate, over somebody not being able to walk away. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you a sad story, man. On my friend's block in the Bronx, they recently had the guy who worked in the bodega who everybody knew. I didn't know the dude. But everybody knew son. And apparently, he was shot in the head over a cigar, arguing about a blunt. Think about that. Some idiot walked into the bodega, argued about the price of a blunt, and shot the guy who worked behind the counter in the head, killing him. Motherfuckers talking crazy. I'd throw an L at you and tell you to get the fuck out. It's a crazy world, man. Let me see these requests. Everybody want to be in the video. Hold up. Hold up. Listen, y'all keep fucking. Y'all begged to be in the video, so I just accepted you into the video. Hello? Add me. Let me say something. What you gonna say? What are y'all gonna say? Hold on. Request to join. Hold on. Let me see if anybody else. Request to join. Request to join. Request to join. Hold on. I'm granting somebody's request. These people keep requesting to join. If you want to speak to me live, then answer the request. I'm giving you the opportunity to request to join. Nathan Arias, you blew your request. I want all the smoke. I told y'all. Eplata is right. I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke. Invite to join. Who wants to join the live? Is there anybody I know in the crowd who I know? Hold on, let me, oh, here we go. Let's go live, Javier. Javier Orozco. What is it, dude? Hold on, let me see this dude. I'm trying to go live, but it won't let me go live with y'all. Javier declined. Damn, man.
What's good, dog?
What up, baby? I told you I want all the smoke. What's up, man?
We out here in San Angelo, Texas.
Holy shit! No, don't talk to me.
It's a fucking blessing to talk to you, man. I heard your song, "Dance with the Devil." It changed my life forever, man.
Oh shit, man! Thank you.
Forever.
Thank you, man.
You've been through the roughest shit, man, and I pray to God that you have changed your ways and that you're better now, man.
I never raped
I love you,
bro. I never did. Come on, bro. You know that.
Okay. Oh,
you know that
God,
song
bro.
isn't true,
I thought
man.
you were
Come
being
on.
real in that shit. I was like, oh, fuck. Oh,
Come on, fam. You know
that's
that's
a
not
relief,
true.
bro. Oh, you scared me on that shit.
Okay, let me break down the story. And listen,
Yeah.
pay attention to the road.
Yes, sir.
Don't be driving
Yes,
and
sir.
looking at me.
Oh,
All right,
yes, sir.
te voy a contar el cuento. Esto como pasó.
Yo sé, güey.
There was a group of homies that lived in the projects down the block from where I used to live.
Yes, sir.
Right? There was a guy who was talking all this big shit about people getting jumped in a gang and all that. And then I didn't know anything about this. I was a little kid when it happened. Like I was a little chamaquito, 9, 10 years old when I heard about it. And the next morning they had a story in the paper about how a young girl had been thrown off the top of the roof and that she knew somebody who was there on top. And so the people that committed this crime, this is the creepy part, Holmes.
Yeah.
They started dying like a
Yeah.
horror movie. Like one of the homies got arrested for some shit and he hung himself in his jail cell.
Oh,
Another
that's the
guy,
devil. That's the
yeah,
devil.
another guy, here's the sick part. Another guy, he had beef with a bunch of homies from like 150 something street
Yeah. Yeah.
and they couldn't find him. So they murdered his son to get him to come to the funeral, and then they
That's.
murdered him there. The
I'm
people
pulling
who
over.
were
Hold up.
pull over, yeah, pull
Yeah,
over. Homie.
I'm fucking pulling over, nigga. This shit real right here.
So these homies,
Yeah.
they found. I don't know if they knew that he was one of the people on the roof, but they murdered his son because they couldn't get him to come out the house or be around. So they knew that he would be at his son's funeral, because who wouldn't be? So they waited until he left the funeral home. They followed him down a couple of blocks and then
Yeah.
just smoked him. And so the people that were involved in this crime and this rape and murder that happened on the roof began dying. So when I told the story, I told it from the perspective of being one of those people. And I figured, what the fuck are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna come for me, motherfucker? All y'all are dead.
Exactly. Exactly,
And you
nigga.
did
That's
some
right.
grimy shit and you murdered somebody. And then the fact that it turned out to be his mom wasn't 100% true. He just knew her somehow. That was the part of
Oh.
the story that I added in, that I made.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
yo, this is gonna make it crazy. And the fucked up part about it, the
Yeah.
reason that it became popular is because the same thing happened in Queens and then in London in 2002 and then in 2003. In Queens
Bro.
in 2002, a guy raped a woman who turned out to be his stepmother as a gang initiation. And then they murdered the two of them, right? And then in London, there was a guy who sexually assaulted a woman and turned out to be his aunt as
Yeah.
part of a gang rape. And so it was horrific. And because the story kept growing in that way and people realized, oh, the homie's not like talking
Yeah.
about this like he's
Yeah.
glorifying it. He's telling you, yo, bro, this is the entrance to hell. Like this is the last stop, Holmes. Like, like you go
Yeah.
on a cold cell, on a
That's
cold
fucking
cell
deep,
block,
bro.
man. You know what I mean? On a cold cell block.
That is fucking deep as fuck, bro. Oh my god, I'm so glad you didn't do that shit, because I was like, no, no, no way, no way, no way, ain't no way, bro. I was like, nah, he could, nah, bro. Nah. I'm
Well,
so glad you
I'm
didn't.
glad I got to tell you guys the story. And now that I
Oh,
told the little homie the story, everybody
yeah,
knows. So I appreciate you,
bro.
homie.
I'm,
Tell me,
re-
tell me, man, where you
I'm
from, homie?
San Angelo, man. I'm originally from Mexico, but San Angelo, man,
All
it's a
right, man.
small shit. It's a small shitty town,
I know
very
where it
south
is,
of
man.
Texas.
Hey, man.
Lil Wayne was here. Kevin Gates was here. That motherfucker Mexican OT was here,
Mhm.
and
Yo,
it's alright, but it's a methed up town, bro. It's covered in
man,
meth. Meth dealers on every block type shit. It's bad, but you gotta survive, bro. You know,
I hear you,
you got
Holmes.
yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just
You going?
don't ever.
You going
I
to
always
you work out there? You going to school?
yeah. I'm a plumber, man, and then I used to be in the Marines and a bunch of shit. Yeah,
Semper Fi, man. That's what's up,
yeah,
bro.
Semper Fi. That's
My
right.
brother,
That's right.
my brother did 4 tours, 2 in
Hey,
Iraq, 2 in Afghanistan.
tell him thank you, Wade, because people don't come back, and they don't realize how good they got it. They're so fucking ungrateful and so caught up in materialistic bullshit.
Mm.
Man, oof. It's an evil world we live in, man. That's why
It's
you
tough.
gotta.
It's
I'm
tough.
not saying
I
stay
know a lot of
strapped,
homies. I know a
but
lot of
stay
homies
strong.
that went there. I went a lot of homies that went there, and I even know some homies that committed suicide because of that. And I thought that was crazy because
Mm,
the truth is that now, this year, or I think it was last year, is when we
yeah,
crossed the mark. We crossed the
yeah,
threshold, and that it became more soldiers
yeah.
committed suicide than died in the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, and that's
It's
insane.
bro, like this war bullshit. I don't fuck with it, man. People dying for no reason is bullshit. Just because
Mm,
fucking money, man. Money runs this bitch, and I don't fuck with it.
right.
People are so fucking greedy. So fucking greedy. They just love money so much, they'll do anything for it. I don't fuck with that. Man, money
Oh man.
has killed too many fucking good people, artists, singers,
Oh
rappers,
no.
wannabes. It's just, it's some fucked up shit, man. People think just because you have a gun, it makes you gangster. What
Man,
makes you gangster is being a man, providing for your family, being trustworthy.
I like that, man. I like
Yeah,
that.
hell yeah, man.
Homie,
You know, like,
what's your real name?
my name's Eli.
Eli. What's up, Eli? I'm Felipe, man.
Felipe,
I appreciate
I
you
never,
calling in, Eli. I'm gonna
uh,
get to a couple of other people,
yes,
Holmes,
sir, dog.
but I
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you,
I
Eli.
appreciate, bro.
Hey,
You
listen,
are,
Holmes. Next time I'm near your hood and I'm doing a show, just hit
yes,
me on the
sir.
DM. Hit me on the
Bro,
DM. I got you with tickets. I
I
got
got the
you and your lady with tickets,
chills
Holmes.
right now, man. But yeah, yeah, for real,
I
man.
appreciate you guys, Holmes.
Do you mind if I like pray, real quick?
Sure, man. We pray.
Man. Lord, thank you, God, for another day. You know, not everyone wakes up. Thank you, God, for being able to walk, being able to talk, being able to see, being able to hear. Please, please quit the war. The war is horrible. It's it's not right. Quit war, rape, quit all the devilish shit. The devil needs to fucking die, man. And I know there wouldn't be. I know the devil used to be an angel, and he still is an angel. But he's he's fucking
Fallen
evil,
angel.
man. But yeah, Lord,
Be
I
good,
pray for
Eli.
everyone.
We pray.
I pray for everyone in this fucked up world. But it's a good world. There's just some real fucked up people. But I pray we all, you we pray for forgiveness and amen.
Amen. One love, Eli.
I appreciate
Stay
that, dog. I'm gonna let you get to
safe.
what you gotta do. I
Stay
love you,
safe,
dog.
brother.
You be
Love you
safe.
too, homie. Be
Hell
good.
yeah.
Whew. That was great, man. That was great. That was actually great. Somebody say, oh, oh, man. All right. Um, man, maybe I'll end it with a prayer. You know, I'll end it with a prayer too. But I think that was really beautiful, man. And I hope that kid gets home safe. He seems like a really good kid, man. You know? Yeah, and I want to say that I pray for everybody that's on this live, man. I know that tomorrow is not promised to nobody. I know that you probably going in all and doing all kind of crazy stuff. Somebody said Ruby join. Oh, where Ruby Dooby do? Oh no, Ruby, you gonna join? Where's she at? Hold on. Where is she at? Where is she at? All right, it's gonna kick me off of this in about 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna try to go live again, but um, someone wrote, "Is it true that you have a verse from now?" Who told you that one? Who said that to you? Now, for real, hold on. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that to you? Who said that I had a joint with Nas? Who Hello.
What's up?
What's up, Chica? Oh my God. Who is that?
That's my Queen Sphinx.
Sphinx.
Hell yeah.
Oh, God bless her. Where are you hitting us from? Where are you calling from, Ruby?
Left Chicago, now I'm back in California.
Oh my God. Where in Cali?
Back in San Francisco with the dog and the cat.
Oh.
That's Crazy Daisy right there.
Let me ask you something, because I
What's
hear a lot of people talking crazy about San Francisco and the Bay Area. They say it's nothing but stores getting smashed into, nothing but cars getting broken into. There's shit on the streets everywhere. I haven't been there in probably like 2 years. Tell me, like, as a person that's actually there right now with boots on the ground, what is it really like there? Are conservatives exaggerating? Are they got it partially right? What's going on
It's partially right. So it just depends. Like if you go in the really like business areas where there's like a lot of stores and things like that, it's definitely like a ghost town. Like I went to Union Square, San Francisco, and apparently the Macy's that's been there for years is about to shut down. But Goyard, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all those upscale, big scale stores, they're still open in downtown San Francisco. So my personal theory, if I'm going to be honest, I think they're trying to do some eminent domain shit.
there?
Um,
Ooh,
yeah,
okay,
that's my theory.
okay.
Um, Go ahead.
So for the people that are watching this and they don't know what that means, sister, I'm just gonna explain it to them. For the people that don't know, what she brought up is really, really interesting because this is what the government has actually done before. When they close businesses down, when they devalue property, they use eminent domain to take your land. Now they pay you sometimes what the market value is, but usually lower than the market value. But one interesting thing about eminent domain is while a lot of people resent it here in America, a lot of people in Latin America have always been fascinated by the subject because I know friends of mine that are from Colombia, myself in Peru. When the government takes your home in Peru and Colombia, they don't give you a fucking thing. They say, vamos a hacer un camino acá, va a ser una carretera, vamos a tener que mover tu casa, we're moving your house, get the hell out of here. You got 2 weeks to pack up, and the people just get kicked out.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, there's, I'm not saying I agree with how they're doing it in San Fran, but it's just interesting because as bad as that is, I think that in other countries, they're astounded that people are paying you to leave your house rather than just be like, oh, they're getting out. But
Yep.
sorry, what were you gonna say?
We don't call it San Fran. We call it the city, San Francisco or Frisco.
I call it San. I can't help it, man. I'm a New Yorker. It's San Fran, Oaktown, San Ho. That's
So if you ever come out here and you say San Fran, oh, they're tourists. They're not from here.
yeah, I know. Yeah, it's all right. All right. I'll be like Frisco. I'm going to Frisco. Yeah.
There we go. Frisco is the head name. Black and brown call it Frisco.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
You want to give any shout outs before we get to the next caller?
Uh,
You going to say something? You
Shout
want
out
to say
to
something?
the fans. Shout out to Diego. Shout out to my girl Perla. Shout out to the whole Rebel Arms crew, Chino, CF,
Oh, thank you
everybody.
so much. God
Yeah.
bless. Thank you so much.
Shout out to you. Like, how long we've known each other for? Like 10 years
Oh,
maybe
man.
by now?
Ruby, God bless you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. You take care.
God bless you and your family, Ruby. Please give her my best.
You as
Take
well.
care, Mama. Oh, oh, that was great, man. We had 2 people call in. How about this? Next time, I'll take more callers, if that makes you guys feel better. Would you like that? Hold on. Would you like that? Would you like me to do a call-in show where I do part of the show with just me, and then I take calls from people for like half an hour? Do you guys like that shit? If you like that, put call in, right? Call in, right? Call in, and I'll do it next time. But if you don't like that, then I'll just talk. But I would love to do a call-in show where people call up, man. So just write call in, and I'll do a call-in. I'll do next time I'm on here, next time I'm on the live, whether it's tomorrow or whether it was the day after, I'll do a call-in show. Definitely, man. Yeah, call in. Oh wow. Wow. Oh wow. Holy shit. There's like 57, 6, 7. Okay. We got like 100 people saying call in now. So Diego wrote new music. I love you, Diego. Thank you, papá. Pero acuérdate que la alianza es lo mejor, carajo. All right? Alianza, homie. Right? Alianza, motherfucker. Don't ever forget. Oh, don't put your number up here, homie. Don't, no, 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 no. Don't do that. Come on, man. You gotta be, you gotta be more careful with your shit. That shit might be linked to some email or your an account. Holmes, like, chill. Don't do that. Do a vote on your IG. All right, I'll do that. In the meantime, man, I just want to say that I'm praying for the people that have lost their lives uh, because of drugs and alcohol. I'm praying for those people that are stuck on the border looking for a better life. Someone in the comments asked me why I didn't like Trump. And I said, okay, let me break this down for you. Mr. Trump bragged about trying to overthrow Venezuela and destroying their economy. He said, however bad it was, I made sure it was 10 times worse to put pressure on Nicolas Maduro. And if that's true, which Trump claims is true, then isn't he responsible in some way, shape, or form for all the Venezuelan immigrants that show up here because their economy collapsed? I think conservatives are even coming to this conclusion that migrants are created because you've destroyed their countries. Do you understand? You've destroyed these people's countries and then you blame them for showing up somewhere else. It's not right. It's not right. Mind you, I went to Venezuela in like 2005 for a revolutionary conference. And there were people there saying, hey, this is great. Like, we're working on the state, but there's no infrastructure being built. Without that, if there's an economic downturn, we won't have the ability to run a civilian government in the same functional fashion. And that lady was right. Anyway, look, man, I think that will you be podcasting in the future? No, nigga, I'm gonna be making music in the future. How about that? I'm coming back to music because you guys said so. I'm doing the call-in show. I'm coming back to music, and tomorrow I'm gonna be doing my charity work. Big shout out to my brother DJ G.I. Joe, and of course his son Vic Vendetta, who's an incredible artist. If you guys have a chance to check out Vic Vendetta, check him out. That's G.I. Joe's son. He's an incredibly talented kid. Big shout out to Vic, man. And he also was breakdancing at the first Rock the Bells that we ever did in Boston. So big shout out to Joe and to his son Vic Vendetta. Yeah, man. They're about to kick me off this thing. I've been on here for roughly an hour, so I've got about 2, 3, 4 more minutes left. Yeah, man. I would love to. I would love to come to Chicago. I would love to come to all these cities. I have some tour dates coming up, as a matter of fact. How to start rapping. Start with one word, then move on to two. To go from three to go from four. Right? First, you can start with words that rap, like a cat and a hat, or a bat and a sack. But then you can interchange that and hope it's not whack. You see? It's simple. You ever come to Canada? I will come to Canada one day, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come back to Peru. I will, man. I will. But for now, I'm just going to say to the people that I really appreciate you guys being there. I appreciate you supporting me all these years. I love you guys. Um, do me a favor, shout out where you're from so I can shout you out. And then I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, I thought we would have time for one more person, but the clock is saying I got 3 minutes. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh, shit. Okay. Shout to DC. Oh, DC is in the building. Raleigh, North Carolina is in the building. Shout to Raleigh. Shout to Portland. Portland, Oregon is in the building. Connecticut is in the building. Long Beach is in the building. Chocolate City, Cali, Colombia. Beit Hanina, Palestina. Much love from Florida, Quebec, Canada, the Yay area, Frisco, sorry. Wilmington, Cali, Santa Rosa. I know, Alianza, puto, huevón, Alianza. Shout to Jersey, Brooklyn, Mexico, Syria. Holy shit, Syria. Navajo Nation in the building. Houston, Texas. West Palm. ¿Qué lo que es? República Dominicana. República Dominicana in the building. Yemen, the UK, New Zealand, Boyle Heights, Fresno. I love you guys, man. My name is Immortal Technique. I appreciate you. God bless all the people that are watching this. I hope all their dreams come true. Please bless the people of Palestine, and please bless those people on the border, and please bless all the Americans and the people around the world, no matter what country, no matter what color, what race, what creed, that don't have enough to eat tonight, that don't have what I have, which is a roof over my head. Please bless those people. Give them a piece of the goodwill that the rest of us get to see. That's all I want to say. I appreciate you guys. I love you, and I hope all your dreams come true. I'll see you guys later. Peace, and I'm safe and alive.